Hey guys, I wanted to share the 10 steps to start your very own business today. So this way you can get started, you can start getting on the right track, and you can start growing your business by the end of the year. My name is Steven with Business Growth Engine. We help a lot of small businesses all across the country automate, scale, market their very own business. We've helped anything from solar companies all the way to medical companies. We take them, we go in there, we see what's going on, we help them get where they want to go. Most of the time, they're making a few $1,000s a month. We scale them up to $1 to $2 million a month to help them be successful and help change their part of the world. If that sounds like something you're interested in, click the link below and you can reach out to us, see how we can help you out. But today's video is all about the 10 steps to start your very own business. If you don't know how to start your very own business, you're going to struggle, you're going to fail. And we talk all the time about building a foundation from scratch, build how to build that foundation, how to grow that business, and how to market that type of business. Those are some of the key fundamentals to growing your business. But a lot of people don't talk about, where do I go? Where do I start? I will have this idea. How do I take it to market? How do I get the people to like it and all of that? So that's what we wanted to focus on today is the top 10 things. Now, a lot of this stuff is some people just skip over it. They go through it, but it all has its purpose and its growth potential. We get a lot of our information, strictly from, the Small Business Administration, other people, things like that. But this top 10 list has been curated in order to fit every small business. So if you follow this 10 business, you're going to be set up for success. You're going to be able to grow and you're going to be able to scale. It may take a little bit of time, but you'll get there. Remember, a business is a marathon, not a sprint. So it takes time to grow, it takes time to focus, and it takes time to gain that marketplace authority. So, starting with that, let's do number one. Number one, you want to start with conducting a market research. Market research is going to help you out because that's going to help identify the opportunities that you have for your idea. So, if you take your idea and you start doing market research to see if it's even viable to turn into a business, some of the big questions we always ask is if it's scalable. If it's scalable, that means that you can repeat the process over and over and over with limited interaction from you, the business owner. If it is, that's a good fit. If you're able to market it easily, that's a good fit as well. But the big question that you have is it solving a problem for the potential customer that you're looking at? Most of the time, the potential customer is you. You've been in those shoes. So you want to see where you can help other people go from where they are to where they are now. So that's how you're going to conduct market research. Just start talking to people, start interacting with people, start asking them questions, understanding what it is for them to grow, for what problems they need solved. Because at the end of the day, a business owner is just a problem solver. You're helping other people solve a problem that either they didn't know they had at the time or they had, and they just been looking for the right person to solve that problem. The next step you're going to do is you're going to take all that market research, you're going to write a business plan with it. Now, business plans vary widely across all different spectrums. Some people don't have a business plan, some people start business plans, don't finish them. I do believe that a business plan is very, very crucial for you because what it's going to do is it's going to give that idea, it's going to give you a roadmap of where you want to go to where you are now. You can work backwards, you can see how that works, you can see how it interacts with things. It's also going to give you the idea of, okay, is this a viable business model or is it not? Those are some of the things you want to look into as you're building your business plan. You also want to look at financials, you want to look at the structure of it, understand what it's going to need in order to grow that business. I'm going to leave a comment in the video below with a link to all 10 of these. So this way you can quickly reference them, you can get the information, and you can grow your business. Also, if you have any questions, you need any directions, reach out to us. My number is 931-220-7630. More than happy to text with you, give you a call, jump on a call with you to help guide you in the right direction, because the goal is to give you as much value as we possibly can to set you up for success. Now, number three is very important. It's looking at the funding of your business. You want to understand the funding portion. You want to understand, where is your money going to come from? What is the profit margins going to look like? How much money am I going to take in at the end of the day? So, for instance, let's say that you sell this pen for $1,000. Just because you sell for $1,000, after it goes through all the hands to reach the end customer, that doesn't mean that you're going to make $1,000 back. So you need to understand how much money you're going to make. There's net profit and gross profit. We're not going to dive too far into those in this video, but you need to understand both of those, what they mean, where they fit into the story. because ultimately your business is a story that needs to be told, and you need to be able to piece it together with all of this information. The next one is you're picking your business location. Now, this is a great thing to look for. Maybe it's a storefront that has tons of foot traffic. Maybe it's an online business just like this, where you can just use a computer to reach your audience. You have to look at both of those. You have to understand both of those. You need to see which one's, the best pros and cons, because if you have just a computer to reach your audience, you can work from anywhere. That's a huge luxury that a lot of people have, but it also has its downfalls. You get distracted easily, you can't focus as much, or it kind of gets repetitive working from home and being at home all day every day. So those are a couple of things to start looking at. The next one to look at is your business structure. This is number 5. Your business structure is extremely important. That's going to fall more into your taxes, understanding how that's structured. If it's a sole proprietorship, which means it's just you, or is it a general partnership? That's another great question that you need to ask. You need to look at these things, understand these things, figure out which one works best for you. Most small businesses are LLCs, which stands for limited liability company. So keep that in mind when you're looking at it, understanding what it takes to select which one. You're going to want to file with your local, state, and federal government as well. Sometimes your state and local have different requirements, so you want to look into that. But don't worry too much about it. If you have any questions, reach out. We'll point you in the right direction. Now, number 6 is a lot of fun for a lot of people. I think it's one of the hardest things to do, but you're going to choose your business name. You're going to want to be able to pick a name that works for you, that describes you. There's a couple of tips with picking your business name. Do not what they call pigeonhole. So pigeonholing means that you're selecting a business. It has your business inside the name, but that means that when people look at that name, they think of only that type of business. So, for instance, we had a virtual reality place one time before it failed, and we discovered that you need a solid foundation to grow. But we had a VR place, and we had VR in the name. So it was very, very difficult for us to branch out into different aspects. We ended up pigeonholing ourselves into virtual reality, and it was definitely a lot of fun, but it was a struggle because as virtual reality waned off, it lost a lot of interest. Sales started to decline very rapidly as well, and it was a struggle for us to pivot and grow into a new business model. So sadly, that business ended up folding, but we learned a lot from it. We learned and grew. Another kind of side tip is you're going to fail a lot of businesses. 65% of businesses within the first 10 years end up failing. You don't want to be one of those. You want to be the 35% that end up succeeding. So make sure that you choose a name that encompasses a lot of things, but doesn't pigeonhole yourself into one solution, because then you won't be able to transition quickly into another solution that may be a better fit for you. Number 7 is registering your business. You will need to register your business with the state, local, federal governments. If you want more information on that, go ahead and just Google your state requirements. Every state has different requirements. It's for tax purposes because you have a different tax structure as a business. So keep that in mind. The next one is after you register your business, you're going to be getting your federal and state ID taxes. You're going to want to hold on to those because you're going to need those from opening up a bank all the way to filing your taxes every single year. Most businesses, especially if you're working with contractors, they're going to ask you for what they call your EIN number. It stands for your employer identification number. A very important step to grow your business. That helps the government realize what type of business you are. Don't be like a lot of people that start a business, don't want to register because they don't want Uncle Sam with their hands in their pockets. The goal is to pay taxes so this way you don't have to get money back. If you got money back, that means that you put too much money in at the entire year, and now they're giving you a refund. We don't want that. We want to be able to grow. We want to be able to make so much money that we're able to give some of it away. We're able, not to the government, but give it to ways that we can help change the world. That's one of the big things. Number 9 is applying for your licenses and permits. So if you're a home service-based business or any other business that in your state you need to be licensed, that's an extremely important thing to do. So keep that in mind. You have to look into that stuff. That stuff costs money. So if you only have, $1,000 to $3,000 to start your business, you need to take those into consideration during your business planning, because if you don't, you're going to be eating that cost out of pocket, and it's going to hurt sometimes because some of those licenses are really, really expensive. So be careful with that. The next one and the final one that you want to do is opening your business bank account. This is super, super important. A lot of people overlook this at first until they start making money. But the challenge with that is that you want to open up a business bank account as soon as possible. Because if you don't, you're going to start running into these issues called mingling funds together. And that's going to turn into a tax nightmare for you, your accountant once you get one, and the government. If the government catches wind of it, they can actually come down really hard and end up shutting down your business. A lot of crazy fiasco. You don't want to do that. But you need to open up a business bank account. Keep those funds separate until you can start paying yourself. It's extremely important. But focus on these top 10 strategies, and you're going to start having a pretty solid business to start. Now, once you start those, you're going to start looking at a foundation to build upon. Once you build on that foundation, then you can automate, you can scale, and you can market your business. That's what we strive here to do at Business Growth Engine. We help you, a lot of people just like you, scale their business. So if you have any questions, reach out, put a comment below. More than happy to answer any questions you have. And just remember, we'll leave the link in below for the top 10 steps to grow your business today.